Bruce Willis is more than just a Hollywood name. He's a symbol of grit, humor, and resilience. For decades, he embodied the everyman hero, the flawed, funny, stubborn survivor who never gave up. Before fame, before Die Hard, before global recognition, he was Walter Bruce Willis, a kid from a working-class family searching for confidence and purpose. His journey from small-town obscurity to global superstardom wasn't smooth or lucky. It was earned, built on persistence, timing, and belief. This is the story of how a man who once struggled to speak became the voice of a generation. Part 1. Early Life. Bruce Willis was born in 1955 in Idar Oberstein, West Germany, to an American soldier and a German mother. When he was 2, the family moved to Carneys Point, New Jersey. His childhood was simple, sometimes tough, the kind that teaches endurance. He grew up with a speech impediment that made him shy and self-conscious. But something changed when he discovered acting. On stage, the stutter disappeared. Performing freed him. After high school, Bruce worked odd jobs, security, factory work, bartending, before enrolling in Montclair State University's drama program. But classrooms couldn't contain his ambition. He dropped out, moved to New York City, and chased a dream that seemed impossible. In New York, he survived by bartending and auditioning. Off-Broadway plays gave him his first taste of recognition. He wasn't polished, but he had something better: presence, timing, and that trademark charm that couldn't be taught. Part 2. Moonlighting and the Breakthrough. By the mid-1980s, television was changing. When the producers of Moonlighting searched for a new kind of leading man about a witty, unpredictable reel, Bruce Willis walked into the audition and rewrote the rules. As David Addison, he blended comedy and cool in a way no one had seen before. The chemistry with Sybil Shepherd was electric, the show a hit, and Bruce an overnight sensation. He won an Emmy, a Golden Globe, and something more valuable: Hollywood's full attention. But Moonlighting was only the beginning. While many saw him as a TV comedian, Willis saw himself as something more. That something would explode onto movie screens in 1988, a film that would redefine the action genre forever. Part 3. Die Hard and Stardom. When Bruce Willis was cast in Die Hard, few believed he could pull it off. He wasn't built like Schwarzenegger or Stallone. He was funny, ordinary, human, and that became his greatest strength. John McClane wasn't invincible. He was scared, hurt, and sarcastic. A man doing his best to survive. Audiences connected instantly. Die Hard became a global hit and made Bruce Willis a household name. It also changed the language of cinema. The modern action hero was no longer superhuman. He was real, flawed, and mortal. And from that point on, Bruce Willis wasn't just an actor. He was a brand, the face of a new era in Hollywood storytelling. Part 4. The 1990s. Peak fame and versatility. The early 1990s were Bruce Willis's golden years. After Die Hard, he became one of Hollywood's most bankable names. Sequels followed: Die Hard 2 in 1990 and Die Hard with a Vengeance in 1995. Both huge successes. But Willis didn't want to be trapped in one image. He experimented, starring in comedies like Hudson Hawk, thrillers like The Last Boy Scout, and even lending his voice to the animated hit Look Who's Talking. Not every film worked, but he proved he was more than an action star. Then came Pulp Fiction in 1994. Quentin Tarantino's neo-noir masterpiece revived Willis's critical reputation. As Butch Coolidge, a weary boxer running from the mob, he delivered one of his most memorable performances, raw, silent, and powerful. The film's success redefined his career, proving he could handle subtlety as well as spectacle. By the mid-1990s, Willis was everywhere: action, drama, comedy. He had become not just a star, but a cultural constant, the face of toughness with a wink of humor. Part 5. New Challenges, the 2000s and Beyond. The 2000s brought change. Hollywood was evolving, and Bruce Willis adapted. He starred in The Sixth Sense, 1999, a supernatural thriller that became a global sensation. His restrained performance as Dr. Malcolm Crowe showed maturity and emotional depth, earning critical praise and solidifying his legacy. He continued to explore darker, more complex roles. Unbreakable, 2000, Sin City, 2005, and Hostage, 2005, showed a man unafraid to reinvent himself. Willis balanced blockbuster franchises with independent projects, often taking pay cuts just to work with directors he respected. Though not every film was a hit, his presence always carried weight. He had become something rare, an actor who could command the screen without saying much at all. Part 6. A Career of Contrasts. As the 2000s approached, Bruce Willis's career reflected his personality, unpredictable and quietly rebellious. He revisited his classics with Live Free or Die Hard and A Good Day to Die Hard, reuniting fans with John McClane one last time. But he also supported smaller projects, indie dramas, thrillers, and experimental films. Audiences began to see another side of him, a man comfortable stepping out of the spotlight. He wasn't chasing fame anymore. He had already proved everything he needed to. Off-screen, Willis became known for his grounded lifestyle and sense of humor. While others cultivated personas, he remained true to himself, practical, disciplined, and surprisingly humble for a global star. Part 7. The Struggle. In the late 2000s, 10s, and early 2000s, 20s, rumors began circulating about Bruce Willis's health. Fans noticed he was appearing in numerous low-budget films, often with limited dialogue. At first, it was dismissed as overwork or creative experimentation. But in 2022, his family revealed the truth. Bruce had been diagnosed with aphasia, a condition that affects language and communication. It was a heartbreaking moment. The voice that had defined generations, calm, witty, defiant, was fading. He retired from acting shortly after, with tributes pouring in from across the world. Co-stars, directors, and fans spoke not only of his talent, but of his kindness, his humor, and his professionalism. Even in silence, Bruce Willis reminded the world what dignity looks like. Part 8. Legacy. Today, Bruce Willis stands as one of the most recognizable figures in film history. From Die Hard to The Sixth Sense, from TV comedy to global stardom, his journey is a masterclass in endurance and transformation. He changed what it meant to be an action hero, proving that strength isn't just about muscles, but about attitude and heart. His characters weren't invincible, they were human. That humanity is why his work still resonates decades later. Generations grew up quoting his lines, laughing at his sarcasm, and cheering for his underdog victories. He became a cultural constant, a reminder that courage and imperfection can coexist. Bruce Willis's story isn't just about fame or film. It's about a man who faced obstacles from the very start, a stutter, rejection, and later illness, yet built a legacy that no diagnosis could erase. He didn't pretend to be perfect. He didn't chase trends or bow to expectations. He simply showed up again and again, ready to give his best. And that's what made him a legend. In the end, Bruce Willis wasn't the hero who never got hurt. He was the hero who kept going. And that, perhaps, is the greatest role anyone can play. This has been BioVault. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this journey, remember to like, share, and subscribe for more stories of the icons who shaped our world.